Have you ever wondered how to make your prints look like paintings? Welcome to the fascinating world of transforming prints into artful paintings. This technique, reminiscent of times when color was lovingly added to black and white photos, enhances not only the aesthetic appeal of prints, but also their value. It's a magical journey from the realm of the ordinary to the extraordinary. By the end of this video, you will be able to turn your simple prints into stunning works of art. Before we start, gather all the necessary materials for this project. First on the list is high-quality prints. These prints will serve as your canvas, so ensure they have a good resolution and are printed on sturdy paper. Next, you'll need an acrylic gel medium. This acts as a protective layer and a binder between your print and the paint. It's the secret ingredient that helps create the illusion of a painted canvas. Now let's talk about brushes. You'll need a variety of shapes and sizes to apply and manipulate the paint on the print. A palette knife is also handy for mixing your paints and adding texture to your artwork. Lastly, get yourself a set of acrylic paints. Acrylics are versatile, easy to work with, and they dry quickly, making them perfect for this project. With all these materials at hand, you are now ready to start the transformation. The first step in making a print look like a painting is to prepare the print itself. It's crucial to choose a high-quality print. The details, the sharpness, the color accuracy, all contribute to the final outcome. A low-resolution print can result in a lackluster painting, so remember, the quality of your print will set the tone for the entire project. Once you have your print, the next step is to apply a layer of acrylic gel medium. This will give your print texture and depth, enhancing the illusion of a painting. Apply the gel medium evenly, ensuring every inch of the print is covered. This process might require a bit of patience, but it's well worth it. The gel medium will dry transparent, highlighting the details of the print while adding a painterly texture. Once the gel medium is dry, your print is ready for the next step. Let's embark on this journey of transforming prints into paintings together. Now that the print is prepared, it's time to bring out the artist in you. Let's dive into the world of painting techniques that can transform your print into a masterpiece. First, let's talk about the use of a palette knife. This tool isn't just for mixing paint, it's a secret weapon for adding texture and depth to your artwork. To apply paint with a palette knife, load up the flat side of the knife with a good amount of paint. Then, with a confident stroke, spread it across the print's surface. The key here is to maintain a light touch so that the paint skims across the surface, leaving a trail of thick, textured paint in its wake. Now let's discuss color mixing. This is where the magic happens. By combining different paints, you can create a myriad of hues that can bring your print to life. Always start with the three primary colors: blue, red, and yellow. From these you can mix and match to create any color under the sun. Just remember, it's easier to darken a color than to lighten it, so start with lighter tones and gradually add darker ones until you achieve your desired shade. Next up is layering. This technique involves applying multiple layers of paint, allowing each one to dry before adding the next. The beauty of layering lies in its ability to create depth and dimension. When you apply a new layer, don't completely cover the previous one. Instead, let some of it peek through. This will create a sense of depth and history, as if each layer is a chapter in the story of your artwork. Color blocking is another technique that you can employ. This involves painting large areas of the print in solid, bold colors. It's a great way to establish the main color scheme of your artwork. Just make sure to let each color block dry before painting adjacent ones to avoid unwanted blending. Finally, let's talk about dry brushing. This technique is perfect for adding detail and highlights to your artwork. To dry brush, dip your brush in paint, then wipe off most of it on a piece of scrap paper. Then, with a light hand, brush over the surface of the print. The sparse paint will catch on the raised textures, creating a weathered, antique look. These are just a handful of techniques that can help you transform a simple print into a work of art. But remember, these are not rules, but rather tools that you can use and modify according to your artistic vision. So, don't be afraid to break the mold and experiment with different techniques and styles. Remember, there's no right or wrong in art. Feel free to experiment with your strokes and colors. The final touches are what really make a print look like a painting. Imagine your print as a symphony, and the final touches are the crescendo, the climactic moment where all the elements harmonize and the picture comes to life. The highlights and shadows are your instruments, ready to play the defining notes of your masterpiece. Let's begin with the highlights. Think of them as the sun's rays breaking through the clouds, illuminating the world beneath. Adding highlights is a delicate process, a dance of light and shadow that breathes life into your print. use a fine brush and a lighter shade of your base color. Apply it sparingly to the areas where light naturally falls. It could be the tip of a petal, the curve of a cheek, or the crest of a wave. Next, let's delve into the shadows. They're the unsung heroes of your print, bringing depth and contrast. They're the whispers of the moonlight, the secrets hidden in the corners. With a darker shade of your base color and your fine brush, add shadows where the light doesn't reach. It could be the underside of a leaf, the hollows of a face, or the depths of an ocean. As you add these final touches, remember to maintain balance. Don't overpower the base print with too many highlights or shadows. Let them subtly enhance the print, creating a seamless blend between the original image and your artistic additions. Now, it's time to add the finer details. This is where you can let your creativity truly shine. Use your finest brush to add intricate patterns, delicate lines, or small dots. These details can create a sense of texture, making the print feel more like a painting. Stay patient, for these final touches can be time-consuming. But remember, it's this painstaking attention to detail that sets a painting apart from a print. With the final touches, your print should now look like a beautiful painting. And not just a painting, but a testament to your creativity, skill, and dedication. Congratulations, you've created a masterpiece. Now that you've created your masterpiece, it's important to know how to care for it. Just like every other precious item, your artwork needs attention and care to maintain its charm and vibrancy. First and foremost, keep your artwork out of direct sunlight. Ultraviolet rays can cause colors to fade and materials to degrade over time. Instead, opt for a spot with indirect or filtered light. Next, let's talk about cleaning. Contrary to what some might think, a feather duster isn't your best bet here. It can scratch the surface or cause small particles to scratch the artwork. Instead, use a soft, dry cloth to gently wipe away dust. If your artwork has a glass or acrylic cover, use a cleaner designed specifically for that material. When it comes to storing your artwork, climate control is key. Avoid places with high humidity or drastic temperature changes. These conditions can warp or damage your artwork over time. If you must store it, wrap your artwork in acid-free tissue paper or a cotton sheet to protect it from dust and other potential damage. Lastly, remember that if your artwork ever suffers significant damage, it's best to consult with a professional conservator. They have the expertise to restore your masterpiece without further damaging it. By taking good care of your artwork, you can enjoy its beauty for many years to come. Congratulations, you've just transformed a print into a painting. Let's take a moment to revisit our journey. We began by gathering the necessary materials, our chosen print, paints, brushes, and a clear workspace. Then we prepared the print, ensuring it was clean and ready to hold our artistic vision. Our exploration into painting techniques was an adventure in itself, as we learned to blend, glaze, and layer to create depth and texture. We added the final touches, making our print truly come alive as a painting. And finally, we discovered how to care for our artwork, ensuring its longevity for years to come. I encourage you to try this process with your own prints. Whether they're photographs, illustrations, or printed text, they can all become unique pieces of art. And remember, art is a journey. So enjoy every step of your creative process.